looky here. I was worried about this girl, but it's day 9 after her shed. And what do I see? There's an egg. And there's another egg. I don't know if any of them are good, but we'll find out. She might have been eating them this entire time, so I gotta get these things out of here, because she is definitely a baby eater. I don't know if she's empty. It doesn't quite look it. I'm gonna get the incubation bin and get these in. This is exciting, thank God. I was super worried about her. I've already had 2 egg-bound females this year. I didn't think Cinder was gonna go, and then here you are. I think she's... Don't you dare. If I see you try to eat that egg, I'm gonna be upset. Oh, okay, never mind. I think she's being a good mama. She's trying to bury them. Yeah, that's what that is. That's so cute. See, I saw Alice do this last year before she passed away too. She was trying to push dirt over her eggs that she had laid with all her might. There's another one. Okay, let's get the incubation bin and get them in. Good job, honey. I was so worried about you. I thought I was going to have to drive to Virginia again. Alright, this girl is completely oblivious to me. She's still trying to bury the eggs that she thinks are there. She looks terrible. I did not expect her to get that thin. I mean, like... Let me see. Look at that. She was a beefy girl. Maybe I'll insert a picture of what she looked like, because I was taking a lot of pictures of her right before she laid these eggs. Look at that. That's terrible. Like right before she laid these eggs, because I was like, I don't want to have a situation like with Klaatu and Alice where I have like barely any pictures of them if she passes away. So yeah, I was super worried about her. She was up this morning breathing super hard. I didn't get any sleep. Okay, so look, my bed's right there. Sorry, excuse this. I just got out of the shower. My bed's right there. Her enclosure's right here. Her nest box was in that corner right there. She was panting and breathing super hard. At least I know she has a good pair of lungs or lung in her. Yeah, I was stressing out all night long. I didn't get any sleep at all. And then this guy up here, Zod in the top bin, was going crazy too. Maybe because he could smell eggs coming. I don't know. Anyways, she was busy all night long. And then this morning when I woke up around 5:40, I looked in through the hole. Where's that lid? Oh, I left the lid in there. Anyways, there was just imagine that there's a big white lid on top of this with a hole right here. I peeked in through the hole over to this side. Her tail was down over here doing the curly Q thing, and she was just wiggling back and forth and breathing super hard. And then she would stop breathing entirely, and then she would freeze, and she'd be doing the wiggle thing, and then she'd like let out a giant gasp. Like, I can only imagine how painful it is to take 17 eggs and push them out of your body like that. And they all look good. I have to candle them. They're kind of shrivelly, little rumpled. I'm going to guess that's because of how long they were in her. I don't know if these are going to be good. 9 days is usually okay. Anything beyond 13, usually you're going to have some die off. They're all calcified though, which is more than I can say for most of the females who have laid eggs for me. So 17 eggs. I have 13, I think, in the incubator, and that'll be 13 eggs this year. I hope to God nobody double clutches, because I don't need that stress right now. Whew. I was just praying to Jesus all day. I was like, God, Jesus, please, just, please, I'll pull somebody from a burning house or a wreck or whatever you need me to do, just in exchange. And this is not hospital, you're not supposed to ask for good things, but in exchange, please just let her get these eggs out. I do not want to have to drive another 8 hours and 30 minutes to Virginia and then another 8 hours and 30 minutes back. This will be the first time I've said this in video, apart from the groups, but my Savannah Pogo, I had to sterilize her. She's not even here. She's still with Dr. Stahl in Virginia. They had to do an operation on her. Basically, in order to do an operation to remove the eggs from the oviduct, they have to pull both oviducts outside the body, and they have to pull out the ovaries as well. And they found some just cysts. in her ovaries. And they said, look, we can take the eggs out and leave her as she is, and she may breed for you, or these ovaries could turn cancerous down the road, or she could double clutch right after this, and you could be back in here, and she might need surgery again, and we don't know if she'll survive. So he said, your options are we can close her back up, then she continue to be a breeder for you, or we can pull both oviducts and her ovaries out and basically fix her. I mean, I didn't even know before probably last year that you could even fix snakes. But, if you're having problems with females laying eggs and you think they might die from laying infertile eggs, and that is a thing, it's not as uncommon as I used to think, because this girl here the year before last year, laid on Christmas Day 25 slugs. 18 slugs on the 25th of December. And that was super. I didn't even know she was going to do that. And then she ate them all. So as far as I know, she may have laid more than 17 eggs, and she just had a snack when I wasn't looking. And you know what? Seeing how thin she is, I don't even care. I'm just glad that she's alive. Cinder's my baby. So is Pogo. I'm basically almost $9,000 in the hole this year, and the year's just begun. We've kind of had another Hognose price crash. We had one earlier at the end of the year, and now we're having another one. Normally, there's a bunch of sales that run around income tax return time, so because people have money to spend. This year, people are holding on to their money because of the market. And so a bunch of breeders have just completely crushed their prices, including myself, because I was like, well, if everybody buys a snake from the other guys, there's not going to be anybody left to buy a snake from me. So right now on Morph Market, the 3 babies I have up there are probably, hi honey, are probably as low as that they're going to go for now. I might be willing to make a deal if anyone wants to try and negotiate with me, but I probably do need the money. The babies that, even if I sold all the babies that I have, including the holdbacks, I have 2 that I have not taken pictures of yet that need to go on Morph Market. If I sold them all, I still would be in the red. Hi, baby. I gotta get you a mouse. Oh my god, I can feel her spine. No double clutching, honey. None for you. Anyways, yeah, I got babies to sell. If anybody sees this video and they're like, well, I don't really like the 3 that I see on Morph Market, but you're like, I'm curious as to what else he has, I will go and take professional pictures for you, with flash and everything while they're inside their bin, similar to what other breeders are willing to do, rather than just a phone picture, if you request it. And I can show you the holdbacks, and then we can kind of come to an agreement maybe, because I'm kind of strapped for cash at the moment. The 2 females getting egg bound is not the only thing that happened this year. I kind of had my own little medical emergency that is brewing. Unfortunately, it is not taken care of, and I'm just hoping it doesn't take me out before I can take it out. So, kind of like the scare that I had back in 2021. Very similar to that, but potentially worse. So just waiting to hear back from some government people on whether or not I'd be covered if I wanted to go to the doctor and get surgery done. For myself, not the snakes. She's still trying to bury the eggs. I'm kind of hoping to capture this while I'm talking here. It might be, maybe now that the eggs are gone, she won't do it, but she was flattening her head out, doing the whole cobra thing, but pointing it downwards and shoveling with her head like that. It's so cool. She thinks she's burying the baby. She's a good mama. I mean, when she's not eating the babies. Right after this maternal thing wears off, she would have left the nest box, and if I hadn't come home, 100% guaranteed she would have eaten these eggs, because that's what Gabby does. That is 100% what Gabby does. This year when Gabby laid her eggs, she had 13, I believe. There were 2 slugs. I left them in with her, and they were gone within an hour, because I knew that's what she would do. Gabby is a baby eater. For all I know, that there might have been more fertile eggs, and she just got to them before I could. Because normally she lays pretty big clutches. This kind of 13 eggs is kind of low for her. 17 eggs for Cinder here, It's kind of crazy. And in case anybody's wondering what the result of this could be, I've only put her with one male, and that was Rue. Let's take a look at Rue's card here. Okay, so Rue is a super Arctic, so all these babies will be Arctic. 100% het lavender, so all these babies will be 50% het lavender. And then this is what I'm interested in. 50% het sable and 50% het for albino. Now, that's a yes or no question, basically, on the end of his card. If he is sable, then some of the babies from this clutch could end up being sable. And by that, I mean if he is het sable. If he is het albino, I don't know. Nothing might come of this. I don't think Cinder is het for albino. But Gabby laid a clutch this year, and the only male to have successfully bred with a female that actually laid eggs and was not egg-bound was Rue. So he's the father of both of these clutches that are coming out this year. Although technically the 3 eggs from Lady before she got egg-bound, those are Chaz's. So they are siblings, younger siblings to the days of the week, the 7 days of the week. And Lady is getting a break next year because of what she went through with the egg binding. I saved her life, thank God. And I think I saved Pogo's life, and I'll be getting her back next week. She's going to look terrible. She's probably going to have a big old scar down her side for the rest of her life, and her ribs had to be clipped in order for them to get in there. So I just hope her nature isn't changed. There she goes again. Good mama. Good mama, Cinder. Good girl. You're so good. Look at that. That's so cool. She doesn't care. I handled her. I've pet her on her head, told her she can calm down. Not that she can really tell what I'm doing, but she just, the second I let her back in the dirt, boom, she's right back to this. So she's trying to flatten the dirt. Normally what would happen is she would take all the dirt here and push it all to the side that the eggs were on. They were over here. Before I started digging, she had it up to the ceiling here and, a wall. And this side was mostly empty, and she was attempting to get everything over that way. And that's what they do. They pack it with moist dirt. Okay. Let's end it there. I gotta get these eggs in the incubator. I'm hoping this doesn't fog up again. I kind of punched some holes to try and keep things from going bad. Oh, and I gotta candle them, but I won't be able to do that and hold the phone at the same time, and I don't feel like using the hat trick today. So, that's it for now. Sorry videos have been scarce, but it feels like every year that I potentially have a snake pass or do have a snake pass, I'm going to be down in the dumps and not want to do anything. So hopefully more videos will come. I have, kind of a sneak peek of what is supposed to be happening. This is supposed to be stuff for how to set up your hognose baby. Or so you got a hognose baby, how do you set up your first enclosure? And the plan has been to do this for the last 3 months, or since January 15th when I bought all this stuff. And I haven't gotten to it. Sorry. I'm a procrastinator. Super procrastinator.